Now, despite the government's dramatic action, some economists believe the deterioration in the economy will continue. Susan Stewart is here now. She is president of Charter Financial Group. Susan, are you one of those negative people who believe the deterioration will continue, or is it just inevitable that it's going to continue?
I think it's inevitable, but I'm really focusing on the incredible opportunity that has been created by this huge and precipitous drop in a lot of things. Most importantly, oil has fallen dramatically, commodities prices, and I think that creates an incredible opportunity for investors.
What do you mean? Where should I invest if I have any money left?
Well, I'm looking at things that are defensive, and I'm looking for companies that will benefit. It wasn't too long ago that I was here and we were talking just this summer about high oil prices and high commodities prices and how that was really crimping the profits of companies. So if you think of companies that make, for instance, Procter & Gamble, and I'm not making any specific recommendation, but if you look at companies whose input costs are largely driven by commodities and grain and feed prices and rice, and remember the food shortages we were talking about, those companies should now have those translate into lower costs of goods sold, and that's a good thing for investors.
I was surprised, though, hearing that a company like Linens and Things, you think these little things that you can do at home without putting out a major expense, how much trouble it's in getting ready to close almost all of its shops. Why is something like that happening?
Well, I haven't looked at them specifically, but I'm guessing that it's in large part they were propelled by fueled by people buying new homes, renovating in good times. I mean, if you buy a new home or you renovate, I mean, you probably want to go out and buy new sheets and towels because, you know, it's not just about the bricks and mortar.
Still, I'm trying to look for sheets and towels now since I can't afford to do much more. Let's talk about some of the downside of this. You've got the positive, and there are great opportunities, and you've been telling us. But U.S. retail sales took the sharpest drop in 3 years during September. That's the numbers coming out today. It's not great. People aren't sure how they're going to make ends meet, and we have some of the candidates talking about being able to take some money out of your 401ks for a short amount of time without any penalties. Seniors should be able to have access to their money before a certain age without any penalties. Are those the right solutions or on the right track?
Well, I think there are responses to trying to help jumpstart confidence in the system. And I'm somewhat concerned that a number of these things come at a price tag, and I'm not sure how they will be funded, given that we're spending so much money bailing out the system. But I think it's a good thing. I think consumers will find that they are maybe in a better spot. They can't spend as freely as we did as a society, but I've been waiting for years for the American consumer to stop spending more than they make. So I have compassion for people who are in troubled situations. They're retiring, and they maybe need to rethink that. But by and large, I think that we've had an incredible disjoint, and hopefully a lot of the pain and suffering is now behind us, and we're looking forward at a brighter future.
Yeah, it's not just the other guys on Wall Street or on Capitol Hill. We had some responsibility in this. On that bank bailout, everything was urgent. We have to get the $700 billion bailout plan. We have to urgently act on the banks. And people are sitting home wondering, one, what is this going to mean to my checking or savings account in the bank? And when are we going to see the fruits of all of this urgent action and these drastic moves made by the feds?
Well, I think we're starting in the financial markets to see the fruits of the bailout. And I think that for the American consumer, for the American saver, it simply means that you can again have security and feel safe keeping your deposits in banks, keeping your money market accounts in the well-capitalized brokerages, and that has benefits to everybody. It really does, because employers can hire, employers can get funding. It's a much better situation.
Very good. Susan, thanks for being here with us and for giving us the positive side to this.
Thank you.